Okay.
Good. Okay, so a couple little things just to address. So a lot of the time when I teach side control, and this is my mistake, because I'm talking to you guys, I have my head up. Don't have your head up, right? I don't want to be here. Okay, I'm talking to you guys so you can see my face and everything, but he's gonna frame me, he's gonna make life a little bit annoying. I actually want to be like, more like there, you know? And it's not so nice for Daniel, especially when I lift my bum off the mat, okay? What we're actually gonna do next is we're gonna push through, and my head has to come up to create a little bit of space, but to hold, I really want to be down here. I can still hold here, but he has a push. Okay, bring that frame in. Yeah, he has this potential frame, and then the legs come, and that's the beginning of all our Kesa Gatame escapes. So obviously I don't want this. So, a couple other things. One of the guys, he kind of hit his elbow over here, and he kind of turned a little bit. There's no more Kesa. It's just what it is, you know. I can't fish this out. Yeah, but also he's not defending his neck. So I'm just going to switch to something else. Remember, in jiu-jitsu, if they close one door on you, at the same time they close that one, they open another one. So maybe I go knee on belly. Maybe because he's turned, I start to seatbelt control the back or something. So maybe I'll do something else. Okay. The other thing is, once we go through, so once I go through, look, let's say I can't go all the way, he starts resisting. Now, it's not a problem. I just pick up from here. And once my knee is under and my hip is under, the hip will do the rest of the job, okay? So don't feel like you have to use your knee to get him all the way over here before you switch under. As long as I can get my hip under his elbow, it's done. And then I can block him and throw my hips up even higher, okay? Then the other thing, once we get under and he starts to push, look, what I want to do is take this away. But I don't want to go straight here, because if he starts to bump and things are kind of loose, I'm going to lose the position. Okay? Just turn a little bit. So as I get to here and he starts to frame, look, push, but I keep the control. And what I like to do sometimes is pick up his head first, and then we go through. All right? It's chaining our controls, the monkey bar principle. We hold one monkey bar, then we hold the next before we let go of the first. Okay, so I want to keep control at all times of him. So, to go through to the chest compression, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to push my hips to expose this. All right, because I can't dig under here most of the time. All right, if he's tight, I'm not going to be able to dig under. But if I hip up, it's going to give me this space, look, to come through and to connect my arms, right? And I don't mind if you go palm down or palm up, it's up to you. It's all gonna work. And then from here, everything off the ground. And what I'm gonna do is fold his chest up like his toothpaste. And I'm trying to squeeze Daniel out through his legs. Okay? That makes sense? So from here, I'm gonna pick everything up and I'm gonna roll. Look, I've left my bum on the ground just so Daniel doesn't tap straight away. Okay? But if I lift my bum, look, everything's gonna come.
So you keep your upper body straight.
Straight, yeah? And I'm driving my ribs down into his chest. Okay?
It's actually folding the chest.
Yes.
It's not supposed to fold.
That's right. What I want to do, it's not supposed to fold. But what I want to do is I want to create a pivot point with my ribs here, and then bring everything north of that up to it. Yeah, it's real nasty. Robert, can I borrow you? I don't know, Robert looks tough.
He has more chest.
He's got more chest. So once I get into my Kesa Gatame position, just spin, that's it. There you go. So once I get here, hips go forward. It creates this gap, look, for me to come underneath. If I can get underneath his shoulder, fantastic. And then it's the toothpaste. And he's tough, look. I'm just going to settle into this position. Yeah? It's not a fast burner. It's not like, bam, something's going to break. It's in. Okay? And I'm here. He tries to move around. He tries to roll me. That's where my feet go. Okay? So as he freaks out, right? Do some bridges. Go. Push on my face. I just settle in for the ride. Thanks, Robert. Okay? Settle in for the ride. Once we get that position, should be very, very controlling. The only thing I have to be aware of, like any side control is I don't do this. Look, I'm going. Okay, so I'm over here. He tries to roll me. Okay, he tries to roll me. Not gonna go. And it's the same when I go here. People start doing this. Oh, I've sweat myself. Now he's getting payback. Oh no. Okay, that makes sense? Yeah, so we can't do that. We have to keep our balance to the side that we have the Kesa on. Okay, guys? So now we get into the position. Yes? Is this allowed in IBJJF? Yes. Yeah, you should never get called for this. One that I do later, maybe, maybe not. But this, once I go in, this is not a neck crank. This is a chest compression. Now, whether the IBJJF referee recognizes that, I can't guarantee for you. Okay? But I'm not just pulling on his head. Because his arm is inside, that should never be called as a neck crank. Okay? One we're going to do maybe later, where I trap and I have my Kesa, and now I lever on his head. That's shakier ground because I'm actually pulling on his head at the same time that I do my arm lock. So this one should be fine. Okay, guys?
Blue belt?
Blue belt?
Yeah, I think a white belt chest compression submissions are legal.
I know juveniles can't do chest compressions. I think adult white belts can. But I check the IBJJF rules. Yeah, see what it says. Okay? Give it a go, guys. Thanks, Daniel.